Thanks so much for checking out Tea and a Buddy on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome to the Tea and a Buddy podcast with me, Dominic.
And me, Erica.
Today I'm going to be quizzing Erica on British trivia.
Why are you always quizzing me, by the way?
I'm just quizzing you, just to see if you're up on your trivia.
I need to come up with a quiz for you.
Yes, you do. No, I want to be quizzed. I like asking I like asking questions and I like answering them too.
We did the Gaelic words quiz.
The Gaelic words, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to come up with, Texas
So come up with
words.
some Texas words.
Have we done that already?
Texas trivia, even. Some trivia about who was the first guy to do something in Texas. You know? Who was the first guy to eat a pecan in Texas?
God. You guys, I'm in a mood today, so...
Yeah, she's in a bit of a lockdown Lucy mode.
Lockdown grump.
Lockdown funk.
I mean...
Lockdown funk, gonna give it to you?
I think I'm not the only one. Judging by social media, I can
there's
see
a lot of people are getting sick and tired of this now, being cooped up, and, I can't go out to a restaurant, or I can't go out for a drink with my mates.
Yeah.
I can't go to the movies, I can't go to the cinema, can't go to the store, I can't go shopping, I think that's mostly for you, isn't it? You can't go to Old Navy or somewhere like that, Because I like to go browse. I just like to go look at things. But they're all closed. All the stores are closed.
I like to browse, but I don't buy a lot because we're poor.
It's coming like a ghost town. Yeah, you say we're poor, but we've got 700 million in the bank.
Oh, don't I wish. All right, let's get on with this.
We haven't really, for people who think we do.
Oh my god. I don't think anybody thinks that, actually.
Imagine people thought that. Oh, you rich people.
If only,
with your podcast.
If only they saw, they wonder why we don't film videos.
Yeah, we're currently in a cave and the roof is about to come down on us,
You really do not want to see this, yeah.
You really don't. You really don't want to see this.
Alright, let's see if this can get me out of my funk.
Okay.
Fire away. If you guys want to play along...
This is like Mastermind, okay? A specialist subject is the UK.
You can just pause after he asks a question.
Yeah, I'll give you a little pause time.
Yeah, just pause and then...
Pause.
You can come up with your own answer.
And go get yourself a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Yeah. Now, you compiled this quiz.
I compiled
yourself,
it.
Did you? Or did you... And
it's multiple choice.
Or did you find one online?
I found one online, but I made it multiple choice in my own way.
Oh, you big cheater.
No, I'm not cheating. I just figured what will be the best ones, because I could come up with, who's Jason Grimshaw? Yeah, I could come up with, obscure questions that you really wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Who's Jason Grimshaw?
For example, you mean? A footballer.
Close, but this is not the official questions. This is just the pre-questions. This is just the hypothetical questions.
This is the pre-questions.
The pre-question of
the warm-up questions.
The warm-up ones. These are the obscure questions that
Who is Jason Grimshaw then? Who is he?
He's a character on a soap, but which soap?
Coronation Street.
Ah, you got it right. She won the quiz, everyone.
The end. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh. Okay. This is the actual quiz now. Are you sitting comfortably?
So you've tailored these questions.
Then we shall begin. Yes, I've given them answers. This is multiple choice because it would be harder if it wasn't, I think,
Yeah. Okay, let's just do it.
Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who were the first to invade Britain? A. The Normans. B. The Vikings. Or C. The Romans?
The first to invade Britain.
Yes.
I'm going to say the Vikings. That's my final answer.
Final answer?
Yeah. I should have paused. I'm sorry. I should have paused. Okay, well, he hasn't told us the correct answer yet, so I'll pause next time. If I have a really
yes,
quick
if you
guess.
at home know,
Yeah,
then you're shouting your answer because you're just like, oh, I know that one.
I'm going with the Vikings.
You going with the Vikings?
Yeah.
What? It was the Romans.
The Romans?
Yeah, the Vikings came
right.
after the Romans. Oh, that's not right.
That's not right.
I know my Roman Viking history. How dare they?
Where are you getting your information
The Romans
from?
left, and then it was the Anglo-Saxons, because the Anglo-Saxons tried to invade during Roman times. Then the Romans left, then the Anglo-Saxons, and I think then the Vikings came just later on. The Romans were a long time ago.
So do we know if these answers are correct?
Yes.
Then?
What do you mean? I think yes. I looked it up.
Oh my god.
The magic of the internet. The magic of the internet. It's never wrong. The internet is never wrong.
The internet is never wrong.
Yes.
So says Dominic Williams.
Yes, the internet is never wrong. I read it on the internet, so it must be true, everybody.
Right, exactly.
No, I confirmed it. I confirmed it with leading historians of this time period.
Okay, I don't believe you. Whatever. Let's go to the next one.
Number 2. Did you get that right, everybody? Yes, you did. Question number 2. Which football team plays at Anfield? And which soccer team plays at Anfield, for those who are confused about, football? Didn't know they had football in the UK. Well, we do. But you call it soccer.
Football.
Football. Is it A, Manchester United, B, Arsenal, or C, Liverpool?
I'll give a little pause here before I answer. Partially because I don't know the answer.
You don't know the answer? I thought you would know this one.
I have a guess, but...
Which football team plays at Anfield?
So I've given you a pause, so I've given our listeners time to think, and then I'll just walk you through. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, only no one's going to win any money at the end.
There's no money at this. I'm not handing out checks at the end of this.
It's not Manchester United, just because it's just not. It's in Liverpool, but is Arsenal in Liverpool? Or is it in... or around London somewhere.
Is Arsenal in Liverpool? Is that what you were asking me?
Yeah. There's 2 teams that play out of Liverpool, aren't there?
Yeah, well, yes. 2 major teams, anyway.
But I don't know if Arsenal is one of them. One of them is Liverpool. Liverpool FC, I know that.
Liverpool FC. But this is the name of the stadium. Anfield is the name of the stadium.
Yeah. So does Arsenal also play? I know Anfield is in Liverpool.
But is Arsenal in Liverpool?
But is Arsenal in Liverpool? Or, I want to say Arsenal's like one of the London teams, one of the London surrounding area
Not giving
teams.
any hints here.
It's Liverpool.
Okay. Your final answer?
Final answer. C, Liverpool plays at Anfield.
Bing! Correct answer! Yay!
These are the official
Arsenal
sound
is
effects.
indeed in North London.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had that right.
So I had that right.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Manchester United.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of their field. What is the name of their field?
Manchester United?
Yeah.
Old Trafford. Unless they've changed it since I've been there.
Since you've been there.
Since I've been in Britain.
I was like, you've been to that field,
I haven't been to it. No, actually, once I did get an offer to go there because I was a big Manchester United fan growing up.
Yeah.
When I was into football, you know.
And what happened? You turned it down?
No, I didn't. I just couldn't go for whatever reason. My dad didn't want to go because he wasn't interested in football, so he wasn't going to take me, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like, a dinner and an excellent meal at Old Trafford, and you can watch the game. I don't know what game it was. It was FA Cup final.
Dinner and an excellent meal. Who was this offer from?
Old Trafford
the team
itself.
owner.
The team owner, yeah. He was like, Dominic, you can come to this stadium
my God.
and have dinner and an excellent meal. It was like one of those, like, we want to offer you, you know, it was like one of those offers. Like, I guess I won it or something. I entered some competition.
It's like Dominic.
Dominic!
We'll treat
Come up to Manchester. To Old Trafford.
Treat you like a king.
We'll treat you like a king. There's booze everywhere.
And you were like 10.
I was like 10 or 11 at the time, yeah.
Oh my
or 9,
God.
I can't remember. It was 95, 96, something like that anyway. Number 3. Which 2 parts of the UK are separated by the Bristol Channel? Is it A, Scotland and England, B, England and South Wales, C, Northern Ireland and North Wales.
I totally was not paying attention.
You're totally not paying attention because you're still thinking about that excellent meal at Old Trafford, aren't you?
Which two parts of the UK are separated by the Bristol Channel? Okay.
Is it A, Scotland and England, B, England and South Wales, or C, Northern Ireland and North Wales?
The Bristol
Channel.
Okay, I know the answer to
Bristol
this.
Channel, baby.
I know the answer, so let me pause. So our
You don't know the
listeners-
answer to
I
this.
do know the answer. Let's pause so the listeners can have a
Pause
guess.
and consider.
Which two parts of the UK are separated by the Bristol Channel? Is it Scotland and Wales? England and South Wales?
Scotland and England.
What? Oh, Scotland and England.
That's not an option, Scotland and Wales.
That would be a really big, that would have to be like through the middle of England somewhere.
Quite a channel, that.
Scotland and England. Oh, excuse me. England and South Wales, or Northern Ireland and North Wales. Okay. I know the answer.
What is it?
Do you know the answer, listeners?
Do you?
The answer is B, England and South Wales.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct,
I
everybody,
know,
yes.
because I've been there.
Bing, bing, bing.
Been there.
Yeah, you've been there.
Is that actually... No, it's not, is it? The body of water that you have to cross over to get into Wales. That's not it, is it? It's...
No, there's the Bristol Channel, then there's the River Severn, yeah.
Okay.
But it's set, the Bristol Channel.
The Bristol Channel is like what separates Wales and
England, yeah.
well, hence the question.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you have to cross a body of water to get into Wales.
Yeah.
That's the...
Into South Wales.
That's the Severn River.
River Severn, yeah.
I always thought you were saying River Severn. Say it again so they can hear.
The River Severn.
Yeah, sounds like you're saying the River
Severn.
Severn.
Slevin.
No, okay, so there's a little bit of water. Like, when we have YouTubers that we watch, and they live in South England, right? And they have to go around like that. You have to go around you have to drive around because there's no... To get into Wales, you have to drive all the way around the little curvature there to get into Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
the Bristol Channel.
That's the Bristol Channel, yeah.
I think they live around Bristol somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite a vast... Because it just kind of like goes off like that,
Yeah.
Whole channel there.
That was a bit
called
of
the Bristol Channel.
That was a bit of an aside. Okay, so I'm 2 out of 3 so far.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Oh, we're keeping
Doing
score.
good. We're rocking and rolling.
Number 4. Charles Dickens was actually born in Edinburgh, Scotland. True or false?
Charles Dickens was actually born in Edinburgh. I'll pause. Pause here.
And consider.
Because I really don't know. This is going to just be a guess.
Because he's a quintessentially English
right.
author,
So it seems
Oliver
like...
Twist and all that.
So it seems like for this to be a question, it must be true because you would assume that he was English. But I've never heard this.
Charles Dickens was actually born in Edinburgh, Scotland?
It seems like a trick question because you think he's English.
True or false?
You think he's English because obviously all his stories are about England. So it's just like, why would this be a question unless it was true? Oh, come on. False. It was a double. It was a double
thing.
Bluff.
He was born in England.
If you guys have never seen the Christmas movie, The Man Who Invented Christmas, you're in lockdown. You have nothing but time on your hands. Go have a look at that because it's a really good story, yeah. I don't know how much of it is accurate or whatever, but... And it's not exactly a biopic, but, sort of.
Charles Dickens was born in Portsmouth.
I thought it was a trick.
Well, it was a trick.
It was a double trick.
It was a double trick. And you got a smoosh of
for people in double lockdown.
You got a smoosh of your top knot for your trouble. Number 5. In which part of the UK are you most likely to hear the word lush?
Oh, God.
Is it A, Scotland, B, Essex, or C, South Wales?
I know the answer to this.
You pausing? Yes, you think your top knot gives you so much knowledge.
That's where all my...
So much British knowledge is coming from my top knot, and you ruined it.
That's where all my knowledge comes from. So then you give it a squeeze and a freaking tug.
Yes.
You're just messing me up.
Yes, I do.
See, that's the reason I got the Charles Dickens question wrong.
It's amazing. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Major Ingram, yeah.
Major Ingram?
Yeah, he was the one who cheated at it, wasn't he? Remember that, everyone?
Okay.
You know, the guy was coughing and then...
Have you guys paused?
Yeah.
To have a think about this, because I'm about to lay some knowledge down on you.
Lay some top knot knowledge.
Number 5, in which part of the UK are you most likely to hear the word lush? Is it Scotland, Essex, or South Wales? The answer is South Wales, because in Wales, they know no other descriptive words. Everything,
Yeah.
literally everything is lush. Even
Lush.
if it's not actually lush.
Lush and cracking.
It's lush.
Cracking it is, boyo.
What do they describe things as in Scotland?
Disgusting. That's what they say. Everything's bad.
Do we have any Scottish listeners? Let us know.
Scottish listeners.
Let us know if there's a word in Scotland that everybody uses the way that
I think we have
people
some
use
Scottish
lush.
listeners out there. We have.
I think we do. Yeah. Essex. That's a random. It's like a...
Put that in there to fool your scrunchie.
It's South Wales. Okay, so how many do I have right now?
3.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Right.
Yeah. You're down 2.
Keep going.
Down
Keep
2.
going.
If you get this one wrong, then it's all to play for in the double or money round.
Number 6.
I'm joking. There is no double or money round, you know. What is double or money? What's double what?
Double or money.
Yeah, double or money.
Oh my god.
Number 6.
Just talking
Number
crap.
6. I am the presenter of this game show. I will
you
not have my authority
Can you
questioned, thank you very much.
Can you imagine on a game show if the contestant was just like...
You don't know what you're talking about,
after
mate.
the question was asked, if they were just like, just talking a load of crap.
We are talking a little crap. Number 6.
Oh my god.
We're on track.
I'm sorry,
here.
you guys, but to be fair, I did warn you at the start of this.
She's in a mood. She's having a funny turn, everyone. Number 6. What prehistoric monument is in the county of Wiltshire? Is it A, Downton Abbey, B, Stonehenge, or C, Hadrian's Wall?
Hmm.
Time for some scrunchy knowledge, I think, isn't it?
Okay, so pause if you want to have a little bit longer to
Yeah.
think about this, because otherwise I'm going to start talking you through my thought process. Obviously, it's not Downton Abbey. For one reason, because that was a fictional place.
Fictional place. I'll have you know that was a documentary, that show.
I automatically thought Stonehenge, because I don't know of any other prehistoric monuments in Britain. But then you said Hadrian's Wall, and I don't know if that's considered to be prehistoric.
The top knot's kind of...
I'm not
messing
really
you up
sure
here.
how old Hadrian's Wall is. So the next way to figure this answer out would be, where in Britain is Wiltshire? and
No, you've got to do
the
it.
answer to that question, I'm not
you've got
really
to,
certain
No, you've got to do
about.
your little claws when you do that. What I call it, the claws. You go,
Not a claw.
where in the wilderness?
No, it's a little
Yes.
bit. It's a little bit like Mr. Burns on The Simpsons. You know, it's just like,
You are
yeah.
Mr. You actually do look a bit like Mr. Burns on The Simpsons, actually. Yes.
I'm going to go with
Always thought that.
Stonehenge. I'm going with Stonehenge because I don't think Hadrian's Wall is prehistoric. I don't think it's that old. Yeah, Stonehenge. Final answer.
Bing, bing,
Yay! I've got to do my little victory dance around the room now.
bing. Yes. Hadrian's Wall is indeed not prehistoric because it was built during the Romans' time.
Oh, there we go.
Emperor Hadrian, everybody. Let's hear it for the Emperor Hadrian. He only got a wall.
Oh my
And it
gosh.
wasn't very good. Just didn't
Okay.
keep anyone out.
There we go. Are there any other prehistoric things in?
I think there's a few things Neolithic anyway. Some of the stuff is Neolithic.
Okay. Some of the stuff.
I think they call it prehistoric.
They call it
prehistoric, but it's not actually prehistoric, is it? Because, I mean, I'm guessing they're saying that because it wasn't recorded at the time for posterity, you know? It's like,
when you think prehistoric,
it was there
you think
when
dinosaur
people started
age.
writing history, you know, when people started recording things. And who did that anyway? Who thought, you know what, we should be writing all this down for posterity. Let's start that, you know? And it's like, oh, well, this is what's here, right? Like the Doomsday Book or whatever it was, you know? This is what's here now. And there's this thing in Wiltshire called... they didn't call it Stonehenge. They were just probably calling it the rocks or the stones or whatever back then. Stonehenge came later or something, you know, and someone came and said, well, you know, like, and that's what they do. It's like, who thought about that? Like, oh, we should be writing things down.
Yeah.
Answer. That's the question for you.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6 here.
Keep going.
Number 7.
I'm on fire.
Number 7. Which famous Englishman is thought to have composed the tune Greensleeves?
And
And I'll love you now, and I'll love you now. Okay. A. William Shakespeare. B. Winston Churchill. C. Henry VIII.
Oh. I know the answer of this because of a show that we watched.
Because I told you. I told you that. I told you that.
No.
I told you this. I remember telling you this. I remember I put on my scrunchie and I told you.
But listen. I mean, not listen. Pause if you need.
Yes, if you need to pause.
A moment. And then come back. It's not William Shakespeare.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's not Winston Churchill because the song is much older than Winston Churchill. It is Henry VIII, but are you sure about this? Because I remember this from that, what was it? Oh, I know what it was.
What?
It was that guy from the soap opera who went back to research his royal roots. What's his name?
Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer. That's
Danny
it.
Dyer.
He went back to research
The guy from the soap opera.
his royal roots.
Yeah, he's related to Henry.
Yeah.
He's related to the royal family. Yeah.
And they made him dress up, like, in that period.
Yeah.
And they were playing the song, and they mentioned it. I think that's where I heard
But
it.
I told you ages before.
But I didn't think it was... Well,
when
no
when we
one else
watched the Ray
remembers that.
Winston.
You remember, but no one else does.
Me and Ray Winston remember.
No, but I didn't think... I thought it was just from that period. I thought it was one of his people. They're crediting Henry VIII.
They thought he's thought to have composed the tune Greensleeves for Anne Boleyn, I believe it was. Thought I better write her a love song.
Just
now.
on a what? On one of those, like...
The lutes.
A lute.
Yeah.
What's a lyre?
Or, well, it's the same sort of thing, really. I think it's
L-Y-R-E.
Yeah, lear, or a lear. I think they call it lear, or a lyre.
I
don't
think
know.
we say a lyre.
But yeah, a lute, or... I don't think they had harpsichords back then.
So ding, bing.
Ding, bing, bing, bing. It's...
Henry VIII.
Henry VIII, yes. But yes, he's thought to have composed it for Anne Boleyn. But yeah, I'm guessing his whoever in the land, because he was king, you know, they came up he might have come up with the melody, you know.
We turned it into a Christmas song. Or, I don't know if we did or if someone in Britain did, but...
Because originally, I don't think it had lyrics. So I'm guessing he got together with the guy who was actually laying it down.
This is Christ the King.
Yeah, I mean, you put... I think there's actual...
Who shepherds guard and angels keep. Of Mary. Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Anyway.
Because it's like, you know, diddy, it's thought to have composed because they thought someone said, oh yeah, Henry VIII may have commissioned it. But he might have actually been in the room and, coming up with the melody, himself.
Yeah. Seems like it would have been one of his little, entertainer people.
People, but he was there and he goes, I want to write this song, Yeah. I want to be the precursor to Lennon and McCartney here and write this tune, It's going to get to number 1. God. Number 1 in the medieval charts, baby.
Henry VIII. Who knew he was a poet? Bob Dylan style.
Well, I don't think he came
There were no words.
There were no words, yeah. It was just music back then, yeah.
Okay.
Number 8. Who once said, there shall never be a female prime minister during my time? Was it A, Tony Blair, B, Clement Attlee, or C, Margaret Thatcher?
Oh, this is an interesting question, and I do not know. I'm gonna say it's not Tony Blair, because Margaret Thatcher would have been Prime Minister while he was alive. Clement Attlee...
And also Tony Blair's coming to get you.
Clement Attlee was what, right after World War II?
Just after World War II, yes.
And then Margaret Thatcher was the first female prime minister.
Yeah.
But it could have been her. I don't know, so it's just going to have to be an educated guess. I'm going to go with Margaret Thatcher. Maybe she thought there would not be a female prime minister during her time.
Ding, ding,
Ooh.
ding. It was Margaret
Thatcher.
It was that scrunchy knowledge coming right through for you there, isn't it? She said it in 1969 when she was, Shadow... Oh, no. She Shadow... something? She was Shadow Foreign Secretary.
She was Shadow something.
Yeah, she was whatever she was at that time. I think she was
a shadow person.
Shadow Education Minister or something. Yeah, she was in the Tory government at that time. She says, oh, the Home Secretary and Foreign Secretary and Prime Minister, the top jobs, there'll never be a female in them.
Yeah.
10 years later, she rose to the challenge. But there you go, and now we know what happened.
now we know what happened.
Yeah.
Now we know. Okay. I'm what now? I'm 6 out of 8?
6 out of 8?
I've only gotten 2 wrong, anyway.
I've gotten 2 wrong. Not too shabby.
Nope.
Let's say that.
Not too shabby.
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay.
Number 9. What are the 3 crown dependencies? A. England, Scotland and Wales. B. Jersey, Guernsey and the Isle of Man. C. Cornwall, Devon and Somerset.
Now, you all listening, you just take your time and you pause and you think about this if you need to, because I know the answer.
Do you?
Though I think it could be argued that all of the above are crown dependencies. Depending on how you look at it. My answer, and the correct answer, and now if I get this wrong, I'm going to look like a complete knob.
That's scrunchy, making you look like a complete knob again, is it?
But I'm going to say it's B. Jersey, Guernsey, and the Isle of Man. The 3 crown dependencies. Because England, Scotland, and Wales are countries. They make up the UK, the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Right? C, Cornwall, Devon, and Somerset are counties in England.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Jersey, Guernsey, and the Isle of Man, they're not countries on their own. They're not counties. So, they're crown dependencies. Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing,
Yay!
bing, bing, bing. We've got a winner here. Well, no, we don't, actually, because she's 2 behind. Yes, Jersey, Guernsey, which are collectively known as the Channel Islands, because there's islands around them too, and the Isle of Man are crown dependencies. the three crown dependencies. There was a king of the Isle of Man. Does anybody remember that show on TLC a couple of years back or a few years back? Where that American did his ancestry and found out, oh, I'm actually the king of the Isle of Man. I'm descended from the last king.
Yeah.
And so they took him on this jaunt to the Isle of Man to proclaim himself king, and everybody was just like, oh, okay. You know?
Did they show that in Britain,
I have no idea. They probably did, and people just had a good laugh at him, you know. He abdicated in 2017 because he felt that Isle of Man needs someone who is more closely connected to them, and he cannot do that job. And so, you know, and then someone in Colorado came up and said, oh, actually, I'm the rightful heir to the crown of Isle of Man, and when Queen Elizabeth dies, I'll be taking the throne of the Isle of Man, and I'll be making Britain great again.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Number 10. It's the last one. The last question, everybody. Are you ready for it? Who were the only joint monarchs of Britain? A. William and Mary. B. Victoria and Albert. C. George and Mildred.
Okay. Who were the only joint monarchs?
Yes,
I'm not really sure
who were the
means.
only king and queen? Because, you know, now there's just a queen and Philip is the consort.
Yeah.
It's always kind of been like that, you know, because in Disney fairy tales, it's like the king and queen. It's like they're equal.
Maybe that needs to be a separate
you know.
podcast, because I don't think a lot of
people realise that Philip isn't the king.
No.
Yeah. He's just the consort. He's the queen consort or
well, I mean,
king consort.
we're even saying Philip. I think the general American
Liz and Phil
person probably might not even know what Queen Elizabeth's husband's name is.
Maybe not.
You know, they just know Queen Elizabeth and that's it. I think that
her husband's name is Phil.
People who don't keep up with the news or like current affairs or just world anything.
Yeah.
I think they think, oh, the king and the queen, especially kids, let's say, because I always grew up thinking, you know, like you said,
king and the
Disney
queen,
films,
Disney, yeah. King and
there's a king and a queen, yeah.
Be my queen.
Okay, so George and Mildred, I think, are from a show. That's letter C, so it's not them. Victoria and Albert were Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, so no. I'm not sure who William is. A. William and Mary. That's got to be the answer. King William, I'm assuming, and Mary, Queen of Scots, I'm assuming. I don't know. But
that's your final answer.
That's my answer, yeah. A. William and Mary. Because I have a feeling Mary must be Mary, Queen of Scots, and she was the Queen of Scotland while there was a king
Bing! Yay!
Correct.
William and Mary.
I'm officially
William
British.
of Orange. He chased Charles II away.
Chased him away.
This is the reason that the Jacobite rebellion and everything in Outlander happened, because Charles...
#Outlander.
Charles was... what was going to happen is Mary was going to raise... if William of Orange chased away Charles II, but he was like, and so Mary II was going to be queen, and he wanted to be king as well. And he was William of Orange. He was from the Netherlands, so they had to import him in because they didn't want they didn't want Catholicism in Britain.
Yeah.
And they thought, with the Stuart throne, it's going to be Catholicism all the way, and we don't want that.
Right.
So Parliament were like, get him out of there. Just come over here and invade and get him out of here. And that's what they did, basically, you know, and that's why the whole, there's going to be a Stuart on the throne, you know. So basically, you know, you say it's free Scotland. It was basically for the Catholicism, you know.
Yeah. So this is totally... We're over time, but
we're over time, but this is lockdown. We're in lockdown.
We're in double lockdown. So are most religious people in Scotland Catholic? I guess it wouldn't really be Church of England.
It's Church of Scotland.
Oh, is there?
There's a Church of Scotland, yeah.
Who's the head of that, then?
The head of that is Sean Connery. Sean Connery is the head of the Church of Scotland.
Oh my god, I'm sure. Let us know how you did on that quiz, how many you got right. Tweet us or Instagram us. Facebook, wherever it is that you follow us on social media. We're everywhere. Let us know, because I'm curious. I think, what did I end up getting on that? 8 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
Woo, woo, woo.
It's a scrunchy knowledge.
Woo, 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 woo.
You think you're a pretty stunner.
We hope you are all well and safe at home and finding ways to stay sane. We appreciate your support, and we will talk to you next time. Bye!
Goodbye!